And here we are. Our destiny awaits. Ultimicia on her throne at the end of time. We stand before the sorceress, seeds, willing to face our destiny. Seed, yes, that's what I said. Seed, seed, I know I said it, you don't have to repeat. Seed, really? A little obsessive there. Curse all seeds. No, please don't. Swarming like locusts across generations. Well, you kind of are worth fighting against. The world was on the brink of that ever-elusive time compression, but we fooled you. Insolent fools, no, you are the fool. Your crusade ends here, seeds. I don't think so. We shall fight you. Our death beyond death is not something you shall be giving us. A dimension beyond your imagining. Fluffy candy and rainbows. So you're going to join us. There I will reign and you will be my slaves for eternity in a land of fluffy candy floss, rainbows and sweets galore. Come, let us go to Candy Town. Whom shall I exterminate first? I shall start with you three, and this is the point where you need all your party members specifically junctioned up. Well, not specifically, but everyone needs to be junctioned up because 3 random people are now going to be chosen to fight this fight against the sorceress. Who are we going to get? Laugh all you want. Crazy woman. Selfie, Zell and Quistis. Great, 2 of the weakest. Selfie and Quistis, not too strong. But they make up for it with their limit breaks. Come on. Yeah, they're slightly lacking. Quistis, I think, is the only one that doesn't have a speed junction. Everyone else has speed junctions. Everyone else has strength plus either 40 or 60. Selfie and Quistis are the only ones without Ultima, which is why their HP is quite low, and why their attack damage is quite low as well. Nevertheless, Zell, she is summoning the most powerful GF. You shall suffer. We shall see. Laugh all you want. We've got Zell on the foreground here. Interestingly, I didn't actually equip anyone with all the revives that I usually do. Normally I just give everyone revive instead of GF. And speaking of GFs, here he is, whose name is relative to whatever you decided to name the creature on Squall's ring. By default, this would be Griever. And he's angry. And he has this annoying ability. Haste was blown away. Damn it. That was junction to speed. He just destroys 100% of any random magic. But yeah, I would normally have spent the time to... He's drawing something. What did he draw? He stole a Quake. That's not going to bother me. But yeah, normally I'd come into this with everyone with revive. It'll be attack, draw, revive, item. Everyone can have it. It's easy enough to do if you're willing to spend the time, but I didn't want to, so sod it. The other thing to do is like obviously get everyone all the magics and all the auto abilities, all the strength plus 60% and all that blah blah blah. He's going to triple cast things. And if I was feeling like it, I could equip a load of kamikazes and just kamikaze the entire thing. That change in scenery means that the music's gonna change shortly as he goes into his strongest attack. Okay. And Griever, your true power. Griever, make them bleed. Shockwave Pulsar. This could be bad for Selphie and Quistis. I think this is the music called Maybe I'm a Lion. I can't remember which one's which. There's two of them. I told you it was bad for Selphie and Quistis. Now, if your party members die and stay dead for too long in this part, they will revive as... Oh, Doom. That's not a fucking good one. Is Zell immune to death? I hope he's immune to it. Shit. I need Selphie and Quistis to get absorbed into the timeline quickly. There she goes. Right. So Quistis has been dead long enough. She has been absorbed into time. Time compression has taken her. And in her place, Irvine. Another thing would be... Oh, Griever's gone down. Another thing would be that obviously if I had time to mess about with the cards and everything, I would have got a load of Holy Wars, which makes everything so much easier. But hopefully I won't encounter too many problems, as Griever has fallen. Oh, this is Maybe I'm a Lion. I remember the drums. What was the previous one called then? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. One of these is called Maybe I'm a Lion. The other one is called something I can't remember at the moment. But they're two great tracks. I loved having the original soundtrack to this, because these two songs would... Or I'd always play them. Good boss music. And Irvine hitting hard. I need Selphie to be absorbed. Quick. I thought Zell was immune to death. If that countdown gets down and he actually does die from it, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Because Zell is a bit of a star. So's Irvine with that damage. Oh, it looks like Irvine has come to the rescue. Not because of his limit break, which most people use Irvine for, but just because he's got a lot of damage. She's grasping to hold on. There goes Selphie. Who are we going to get in return? Will it be... Well, actually pretty much anyone else is fine. Selphie and Quistis were the... Oh, it's Renoa. Renoa is coming. Sorceress versus Sorceress. Whoa, he got hit back quite hard. And Renoa is hitting... I fucking hard too. Jesus, that was a really hard hit. Now, this Ultima, what's it gonna do? Zell's got auto shell on. Not too much of a big deal. We've got a counter-attack. Angelo, even Angelo has come through time to fight against this sorceress. And Angelo actually gets the final hit. Angelo for the win. Griever, the mythical GF ultimate summon has fallen. The sorceress with it. But wait, what's this silence? Can we not leave? No, creepy voices. It seems there is one last objective and one last epic battle tune, because boss music is OP. I am Ultimicia. No, I am Dan. You are Ultimicia. Time shall compress. Will it? All existence denied. Hopefully, our seeds, our children of fate, shall put an end to this desire to end all of existence. But not before the music kicks in. Hell's Judgment. An annoying ability that is going to put us all onto 1 HP. And if she follows that up with something nasty, it's gonna hurt. At this point, Holy Wars are amazing. Ah! Invincible Moon. Oh my god, if only I knew that was coming. I could have stayed on 1 HP if I'd known that was coming. But the music is kicking in. Angelo defeating Griever, setting us up with invincibility. And here we go with Armor Shot. Hell's Judgment. Is this gonna... this should miss. If it drops us down to 1 HP, even though we're invincible, that would be perfect, because then spam. Ah, no, we immuned it. It's alright, we still do pretty decent damage, so... Not sure how long Invincible Moon will last. What was blown away? Quake was blown away. That gives us... that was our immunity. It was jumping to elemental defense. Missed. Dispel? That's not going to dispel the invincibility, is it? No, it didn't. It missed as well. We're all still invincible and there is nothing to dispel, so that's a wasted turn. Oh! I just attacked. And invincibility has just worn off. I should have paid more attention to that. I could have got another round of limit breaks off if I wasn't so eager to smack this sorceress in the face. Draw Apocalypse. At this point, we can also draw Apocalypse now from her lower body. Oh, and she's blowing away some more magic. Flare was blown away. Reflect on your, what? Childhood. It was fun, I enjoyed it. Your sensation, your words. My words usually don't make sense, my emotions neither do they make sense. And here comes the apocalypse. Looks like we're actually standing on her road. Just how much damage is Apocalypse going to do? Destroying the universe. It should probably hurt. Zell standing strong, the others taking a fair bit. I don't want her doing another Apocalypse on me. Well, I'll have a heads up before it comes along, won't I? Because she'll have to draw it. No matter how hard you hold on, we're holding on so hard, it shall not escape. And, well, there's more. You're trying to lecture us as we're eating you senseless? By the wavy arms, that looks like it is done. But she never got to finish her sentence. She said, and what? I think she meant to say that and goodbye, because that is it. Ultimicia, the future has been saved. But what of Squall? Squall was nowhere to be seen in that fight. all these other seeds fought. But Squall... And what happens to seeds in the future that they're not supposed to exist? Is it over? Time compression has messed with reality. Let's go back to our own time. Calm down and think where we have to go. Don't pick the wrong time. Don't fall into a time warp. Whatever you do, your left leg must stay in. Who I want to be with? I feel like we should be all aiming for the orphanage again. Where Squall and I promised. I'll be here. He promised. Squall's ring, hold on to it. The memories, the feelings, the power of friendship, which shall bring us together. Squall lost in the darkness. But he can hear Renoa. You're trapped outside of time. Come on, Squall. Get back to the others. Where are you going? They're the other way. He's going to fight Sis alone. Adir. Matron. Looking after the young Squall. All those years ago at the orphanage. Have you seen a little boy? So Squall is here in person, out of time, in his own past. And he knows that the boy won't go anywhere. How does it feel to know that Adir was calling you a poor thing in your past? Uh-oh. Ultimicia is on her last legs. Adir doesn't seem too worried. There's no more need to fight. This is the story that Adir had told us previously. The sorceress is looking for someone to pass her powers on. And this is where Adir knows her story has come to an end. What she mentioned previously. A sorceress must be free of all her powers in order to die. And she is going to take that power from Ultimicia. Is this the end? No. This was the beginning. When Adir got her powers as matron of the orphanage. And we still have one final step to take to get home. Both garden and seed were Adia's ideas, but she doesn't know about it now because this is before she made them. So in fact it was actually Squall coming back in time told Adia about seed and garden. Yeah, we don't want to confuse the little boy. By the way, this is you in the future. The only Squall permitted here is you. Do you know where to go? Do you know how to go? As Laguna said, believe in your friends. Squall finally coming to terms with the fact that he is not alone. No, you're not alone. You have your friends with you. The seeds and Renoa and Garden. Call out to them. It's the only way. But he is still in the darkness. He is still in the darkness. Something is clouding his ability to find his way. Does he still doubt himself? That haunting past of his, believing that he's on his own, holding him back.
reach me out there, you will know that you are not dreaming, darling. So there you are, with that look on your face, as if you never heard, as if you never down. Shall I be the one for you, who pinches you softly but sure? If frown is shown, then I would know that you are no dreamer.
And there we have it. As the credits roll, another Final Fantasy comes to an end. Final Fantasy VIII. Epic story. And here we get some even more tips from behind the scenes. The after party. Irvine's groovy dancing. Not too shabby. Quist's tolerance. Epic there. Quite easily dismissed. But you're not going to get out of Irvine trying to put his face back in again. Oh, any excuse to grab hold of a girl. Right, yeah, okay. Quistis will have none of it. There we go. She's off to speak with Sid. Such a nice man. I'm not sure what happened to him after we got the garden moving. Oh no, he went and cried in the infirmary. Sorry. After the infirmary, he seems to have made a recovery and be quite happy about throwing us celebrations for it, as well as getting a deer home. Oh yeah, that's right, they went off to the orphanage, didn't they? That's where we last saw them. No wonder he'd been absent for a while. We were missing such a nice man. He was off at the orphanage with a deer. They come back for the party. Oh, even Irvine shows his respects to a deer. It's pretty cool. Oh, did Selphie want to get in on it? Yeah, it looks like they're swapping the cameras around. Selphie gets to put the cowboy hat on as well, as Irvine figures out how to use a camera. Obviously, yeah, Irvine always thinking of the girls. Selphie not impressed. She's keeping the hat. What else do we have at this after party of Seed's triumph? Zell finally gets to stuff his face with hot dogs. The hot dogs have finally made it to Zell's hands. Too much so, he can't handle it. The girl off the side there actually does make an appearance in the game, at some point making a reference to Zell. Oh, he's angry. Oh, and he's scared of the girl too. Don't throw the hot dogs! Angelo, the true star, who ended up winning it all for us. And Renault has made it safely back. Oh, but the battery's low. And that little finger going up at the end, a reference to asking for a dance. As the credits start rolling again. International Business Department, Squaresoft. Thank you, Squaresoft, for making such a brilliant game. They really stepped it up. I think I mentioned it a couple of times. The first few parts about how Final Fantasy VIII suddenly threw in so many great cinematics to make the story come alive a lot more, to make it a lot more enjoyable in cinematic playthrough. That was definitely a step up on what they could get out of it. Even though it was both on the PS1 that the was it 7, 8, and 9 were all on the PS1. 8 definitely suddenly became more aware of just the potential of probably switching to CD because of the amount of information that they could get in to throw all these extra cutscenes in that they managed to sneak in. They're learning more about the change in the I'm not going to say development because it's not development, but the hardware available to them at the time. Not only getting on all the cinematics, but as you can see, the music taking a jump up. They did that previously with 7 when they realised that they could get fully orchestrated songs in on the amount of space available to them on discs. Then obviously they pushed it even further with 8, with the increased in cinematics, the increased audio, pushing the boundaries of what they could try and get out of the original PlayStation to tell these epic adventures. Great work, and shouldn't mention about why the screen is going black. Why is the green screen going black? Because we've got this lovely little scene at the end here. And that apparently is the end. That was very short credits, interestingly. So just thanks to Square Enix, well, Square at the time. Thanks to all the viewers. Catch you again in another playthrough.